Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, December 14th, at 3:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 703 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. This is a moment I have dreamed about. Stacey Abrams presides over Georgia Electoral College vote to name Biden official winner. Confederate monument remains after tie vote on moving it. Family was kicked off United Airlines flights because their 2-year-old refused to keep her mask on. Head of White House Security Office has his right foot amputated because of severe COVID-19 and is facing staggering medical bills, new report says. A small town dragged its feet on COVID-19 mask mandates. Now residents are paying the price. The mother of the Houston influencer found dead says she didn't know of any marital problems her daughter might have been having. Hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor, U.S. Marines took on the Japanese in what became the Alamo of the Pacific. Hillary Clinton calls for Electoral College to be abolished after casting first vote in New York for Biden. A voting technology company at the center of election conspiracy theories demanded a retraction from Fox News, accusing them of a concerted disinformation campaign. Republican congressman pretends to attack Antifa in an ad released after a weekend of violent political protests. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. William Barr is out as Attorney General, The New York Times. Bipartisan negotiators unveil stimulus bill as clock ticks down, Politico. Millions more enter Tier 3 in England as mutant COVID strain emerges, BBC News. Read, Rep. Paul Mitchell's letter quitting the GOP, fearing long-term harm to our democracy with its support for Trump's actions, CNN. Cleveland Indians name change, history of franchise nickname, Chief Wahoo logo and calls to make a switch, CBS Sports. Gas giants unite, how to view the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Utah, KSL.com. New York coronavirus vaccine distribution begins, The New York Times. Biden to call on nation to turn the page and unite in speech after Electoral College vote, CNN. The U.S. COVID death toll tops 300,000 as vaccine distribution begins, CNBC. U.S. COVID-19 deaths top 300,000 just as vaccinations begin, The Associated Press. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. William Barr resigns after Department of Justice throws cold water on voter fraud claims. It's official, Joe Biden secures enough electors to become the 46th president. George Clooney learned an important lesson when Batman flopped. COVID-19 has killed more than 300,000 Americans as vaccines begin. Lewis Hamilton says COVID-19 destroyed him after testing positive 2 weeks ago. Frances McDormand gives Oscar heft to Nomadland trailer. The Loki trailer may have subtly revealed a major Marvel character. 8 questions to ask yourself before getting a pet. 19 relatable tweets about having a December birthday. Michelle Obama on WSJ op-ed about Jill Biden. Is this the example we want to set? The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Car crashes into senior home injuring 93-year-old. UPS driver surprises 5-year-old fan on birthday. Dozens march after police shoot woman. Police handout presents to dozens of local kids. Family accidentally bakes elf on the shelf. 8-year-old Ohio cancer survivor gets to be Santa dentist. Carpet cleaner shot multiple times at apartment. Nearly 300 Santa's fish for base on Lake Norman. Customer leaves waitress $5,000 tip on $205 bill. Holiday displays raising money for animals. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Trump relies on long shot election reversal in Congress. William Barr is out as Attorney General. Vaccines, Electoral College, Google, your Monday evening briefing. To quash vaccine misinformation, doctor opts for facts over fights. On a day of hope, a reminder of the virus's devastating impact. Milestone in process that Trump has tried to subvert. Sandra Lindsay, the first to be vaccinated, hopes to persuade skeptics. ExxonMobil pledges to lower greenhouse gas emissions. AI&I. Holiday theater to stream. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Another month, another sports bet record in NJ, $931 M in November. Steelers player accused of having hidden girlfriend in savage TikTok. Resurgent Bills narrow in on first AFC East title since 1995. Allergic reactions to vaccines rare, short-lived. Sandra Lee moves from NY home once shared with Governor Andrew Cuomo, one of the saddest days. Fox News poll, voters say U.S. failed to take coronavirus threat seriously enough. Cowboys Stephen Jones, there will be absolutely no change with coach Mike McCarthy in 2021. Fox News poll, 2/3 of voters feel hopeful. Virginia County spends nearly $500 on race programs for schools. Washington's Chase Young shares touching moment with mom during post-game presser. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, December 14th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Colorado family asked to leave plane after toddler refuses to wear mask. Anti-mask rant caught on camera at California Costco. See it, nurse Sandra Lindsay receives first COVID vaccine in New York. All three of those moments continue to resonate. CBS Sports' Emily Deutsch on four sides of the story featuring Annika Sorenstam, Lisa Leslie and Brandi Chastain. Kel Mitchell on MTV's Deliciousness, it's super funny and the videos you will see are crazy. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Sweden's Ice Hotel reveals its new one-of-a-kind suites for 2021. Ministers discuss tightening Christmas rules. Esputter legalization calls grow as Halfords reports a sales bounce. Pippa Middleton is pregnant with second child and thrilled. Viruses mutate all the time, writes Professor Hugh Pennington. Eyewitness to the true heroism of Zulu, Major John Chard's memoir reveals reality of Rourke's drift. Cops believe Gilgo Beach serial killer cherry-picked victims for their petite frames. YouTube, Google and Gmail all crash as users complain of issues. Dr. John Lee, the clampdown that is just bureaucratic insanity. Millwall moved to ban Sky Sports from screening home championship clash with Watford. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Southern Africa leaders mow Mozambique's extremist threat. Trump's parting gift to Morocco. Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny was poisoned by Russian state security team, report says. Over 300 students still missing after Nigeria school attack. 4 years after it became a symbol of Europe's failures, migrants are still stranded in Calais. Facing Christmas lockdown, Germany says no singing in church, no mulled wine and no New Year's fireworks. U.S. lifts Sudan's designation as a state sponsor of terrorism. More than 300 boys missing after gunmen raid school in northwest Nigeria. Package tour diplomacy, thousands of Israeli tourists flock to Dubai after peace deal. Volkswagen board issues vote of confidence in CEO Diaz. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news, UK reports 232 further COVID deaths, Netherlands heading for month-long lockdown. U.S. elections, Biden gains 270 electoral college votes to cement his presidential victory, live. William Barr steps down as Trump's attorney general. Intensive care units fill to capacity across California amid COVID-19 surge. A.L.M. Kim takes U.S. Women's Open on debut while wearing a mask. Canadian man found guilty of manslaughter in death of Indigenous woman. U.S. healthcare workers have faced devastating losses amid PPE shortages. 300,000 Americans have died from COVID-19. This is the tragic story in numbers. Kyrie Irving refused to speak to press due to mistreatment of certain artists. Electoral College, key states confirm Joe Biden's victory in presidential election. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Attorney General William Barr resigning, Trump tweets. Michigan GOP lawmaker punished for not denouncing violence. Trump, Biden teams grappling with getting COVID-19 vaccine early. Early in-person voting begins in Georgia Senate runoffs. FTC seeks data collection information from Amazon, Facebook, TikTok and more. U.S. sanctions NATO ally Turkey for purchasing Russian missile system. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. William Barr, U.S. Attorney General to leave post by Christmas. Electoral College confirms Joe Biden's presidential victory. Dutch to enter 5-week lockdown. U.S. imposes sanctions on Turkey over Russia weapons. COVID-19, first vaccine given in U.S. as rollout begins. Stargazers watch the total eclipse in Argentina's Neuquén province. Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, Azeri soldiers charged with war crimes. Nigeria's Katsina school abduction, how I escaped my kidnappers. South Korea balloons, sold to ban people sending cross-border messages. Oil tanker attacked by bomb-laden boat in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia says. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. U.S. officials look to boost confidence in vaccine. A magical moment, first COVID-19 vaccinations raise hopes on historic day marked by another grim milestone. HHS head Alex Azar urges Americans to get extraordinarily effective COVID-19 vaccine. Nurse among first to receive COVID vaccine. Coronavirus live updates, 300K dead, healthcare workers across U.S. get first COVID-19 vaccine doses. First COVID vaccine arrives at UT Austin Health. Biggest celeb news stories of 2020, Part 1. Biggest celeb news stories of 2020, Part 2. Shams Dabaran, from homeless hero to housing hero. NYU Longoni begins COVID vaccine injections. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Norman Pearlstein steps down as Los Angeles Times leadership search continues. Man arrested after more than 5,000 pounds of fireworks found in South LA home. California demands that Amazon comply with COVID-19 investigation. Judge freezes assets of famed LA lawyer Tom Girardi, citing millions unpaid to clients. COVID-19 vaccinations begin in California as LA healthcare workers among first to get those. Who will be at the front of the line for vaccines in California? Here's what we know. For LA bookstores during COVID-19, this holiday season is make or break. For years, California police agencies have rejected almost every racial profiling complaint they received. Column, Mitsuli Sero, the first Cambodian-American elected official in Long Beach history. Column, legislators return with new bills to help Californians hurt by the COVID-19 pandemic. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, December 14th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Chinese government forcing hundreds of thousands of Uyghurs to pick cotton. Orgy with 50 naked people including prostitutes, held to celebrate a French woman's 28th birthday, becomes the latest Belgian sex party raided by police for breaking lockdown rules. COVID-19 now kills more than one American every minute, and the rate keeps accelerating as the death toll tops 300,000. African cheetah to be reintroduced in India after it was declared extinct 68 years ago. Iran says it would rejoin nuclear deal within an hour of U.S. doing so. Suspected Russian hackers breached U.S. Department of Homeland Security, sources. Russian FSB hit squad poisoned Alexei Navalny, report says. Australia is set to introduce a bill to decriminalize small amounts of MDMA, heroin, and other hard drugs. Pakistani High Court judge ruling condemns zoos as being concentration camps for innocent wildlife. Japanese city of Akashi to certify same-sex couples, children as family, a first in Japan. New variant of coronavirus identified in UK, Health Secretary says. 75 infected with COVID-19 after Santa visits nursing home in Belgium. Brazil beef giants linked to illegal Amazon deforestation. Brazil's biggest beef companies have been directly linked to more than 17,000 hectares, 42,000 acres, of illegal deforestation in the Amazon state of Pará. Netherlands in for a hard lockdown, almost everything closed till January 19th. CNN Bellingcat investigation identifies Russian specialists who trailed Putin's nemesis Alexei Navalny before he was poisoned. The next headlines are from Forbes. Biden secures electoral college victory after unprecedented attempt by Trump to invalidate vote. Joy Beer challenges Trump to take coronavirus vaccine on air. Taylor Swift's Evermore headed for another massive debut atop Billboard 200. WV Governor Jim Justice jumps to the front of the COVID vaccine line while coal miners will have to wait. Boston closes entertainment and recreational venues as cases surge. The evolution of layaway, how reimagined old concept may be a life raft for retailers. Rep. Paul Mitchell leaves Republican Party over efforts to overturn election. Georgia will audit random sample of mail-in ballot signatures. Track and trace technology is the disruption automotive logistics needs. Points win for TS in boardroom battle over Volkswagen's F-Future. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Why many countries failed at COVID contact tracing, but some got it right. Viruses, microscopy and fast radio bursts, 10 remarkable discoveries from 2020. COVID and 2020, an extraordinary year for science. Strongly correlated churn insulators and magic angle twisted bilayer graphene. Arab nations first to approve Chinese COVID vaccine, despite lack of public data. The best science images of 2020. 2020 beyond COVID, the other science events that shaped the year. COVID research updates, a drug duo that helps people with severe COVID. How bits of glass take shape inside a cell. The zoologist tracking an island's rebirth. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,672,699,345 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. SAG-AFTRA National Board condemns alleged misinformation on health plan. Warner Brothers shifts Mortal Kombat, Tom and Jerry release dates. The Comeback Review, London's new heartwarming hit, stopped in its tracks by theater closure. Candice Bergen, Marshall Rose asks $18 million for Hampton's estate. Joe Biden wins presidency in electoral college vote. SAG-AFTRA leaders requiring members to comply with COVID-19 safety protocols. Composer Thomas Newman nods to classic 60s jazz scores for Steven Soderbergh's Let Them All Talk. Jessica Rhodes Pacesetter Productions hires Rachel Polan, sets 2 projects at NBC. Too much information, former CBS Evening News producer seeks role as news concierge. Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam cast Quintessa Swindell as Cyclone. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. William Barr to step down as Attorney General before Christmas. Electoral College affirms Biden victory as Trump continues baseless challenges. Wisconsin Supreme Court rules Trump election challenge unreasonable, meritless. UK will make it easier for gay and bisexual men to donate blood. Watch Live, in evening speech, Biden to urge Americans to turn the page. Canada administers its first COVID-19 vaccine shots. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? How do we grieve 300,000 lives lost? NCAA plans to hold all of women's basketball tournament in San Antonio this spring. Millions more COVID-19 vaccine doses are on the way, U.S. officials say. The following headlines are from The Week. Barr will resign a month before Trump leaves office. Michigan congressman leaves GOP over Trump's attempts to overturn the election. The Daily Gossip, A.T. Swift lyric theory, royal genetics, and the future of the office. FTC orders Facebook, Amazon, and more to provide data on their use of personal information. Republicans attempt to disrupt electoral college process in states Biden won. How we get to civil war. Electoral college votes seal Biden's win in swing states where Trump has contested election results. U.S. passes 300,000 coronavirus deaths. Most of the office will go behind Peacock's paywall. Congress reportedly close to announcing spending bill compromise to avoid shutdown. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The oil and gas industry still hasn't reckoned with Met-2. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. From JPL's mailroom to Mars and beyond. The next headlines are from Universe Today. You can see the spot where lava broke through the wall of a Martian crater and began filling it up. Catch an awe-inspiring great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn on December 21st. If we use the Sun as a gravitational lens telescope, this is what a planet at Proxima Centauri would look like. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, December 14th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. NASA announces 18 astronauts on its Artemis team. Geminid meteors best on December 13th to 14th. Geminid meteor shower 2020 peaks Sunday night. The next news is from Politico. Big guns and Zoom cliques, inside Silicon Valley's digital lobbying playbook. Attorney General William Barr to step down. Michigan congressman quits GOP over Trump's election fights. Democracy prevailed, Biden tries to close the door on a tumultuous election. Senate Democrats press Trump on possible vaccine shortage. 2 more vaccine developers could seek FDA's green light by February. Sanders urges Democrats to reject bipartisan stimulus bill. Gingrich among Trump loyalists named to Pentagon Advisory Board. New Jersey, Pennsylvania governors make last-ditch plea for state aid and stimulus. Bipartisan negotiators unveil stimulus bill as clock ticks down. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Mock Bell conviction quashed over Lawyer X. The 10 best video games of 2020. The death of world's richest banker thrusts heirs into spotlight. Donald Trump says Attorney General Barr resigns. Medical watchdog shuts down Bondi Junction Health Clinic after 2 admitted to hospital. Electoral College confirms Trump's defeat and proves American democracy's strength. Wall Street extends losing streak as rally evaporates. Greens unveil climate change attack plan to cut through McGowan's popularity and save seats. Rubik's Cube-like building and pub Reno planned for eastern Perth suburb. Security boost for Beasley, the WA budget adjustments you may have missed. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Trump says Attorney General William Barr will step down December 23. Electoral College anoints Joe Biden as president-elect amid threats of violence and Trump protests. Jill Biden isn't the first. Men are more likely not to use women's titles and use their first names instead. Bond report, Treasury yields erase early rise on threat of renewed lockdowns. Newswatch, Dow books worst day in 2 weeks as COVID lockdowns intensify amid U.S. vaccine rollout. Personal Finance Daily, Americans prepare to travel again for Christmas, while hospitals brace for post-Thanksgiving surge and COVID-19 has led many Americans to consider one critical factor when looking for a job. Market Snapshot, Dow books worst day in 2 weeks as COVID lockdowns intensify amid U.S. vaccine rollout. Where should I retire? I want to get out of New York State and retire to a rural location with 4 seasons. Where should I go? Where should I retire? We are looking for a welcoming place that's not too hot and not colder than Boston. Where should we retire? IPO report, Affirm IPO, 5 things to know about the fintech company shaking up online credit. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Forgotten inventions, Marconi's wireless car, EE Times. 2 faculty elected fellows of National Academy of Inventors, UC Davis. 10 trends that will matter for life sciences in 2021, Mass Device. Pornoy, Time Magazine, Best Beauty Inventions of 2020, Fox 31 Denver. June Medical hopes to light way for better surgeries with new product, Mass Device. Amazon and the rise of the retail sniffer algorithm, The Fashion Law. Smiths Medical launches Portex Echo Glow peripheral nerve block portfolio, Mass Device. Blue Yonder files intellectual property lawsuit against Connexus, Business Wire. Delcath completes $22.20 an offering, Mass Device. Vietnam, specific points in patent prosecution, Lexology. The next headlines are from Quartz. Europe's new antitrust rules will annoy, not topple, big tech. 2 Nigerian laboratories have taken big steps to boost genetics medicine in Africa. These 3 countries are in the lead to be Africa's heir after the free trade agreement. Walmart is doubling down on India and Mexico to jumpstart its stalled global growth. Beijing just fired another antitrust warning shot at China's tech giants. What has Modi's hand-picked central bank chief accomplished 2 years in? To reduce India's vaccine hesitancy around COVID-19, Modi needs to let doctors do the talking. A timeline charting the new rise of employee activism. Can Europe effectively legislate the right to work-life balance? Digital tools are helping employees mobilize the workforce. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. 2 studies show giving military gear to cops doesn't result in lower crime rates. The cost of broadband is too damned high. District Court rejects CDT's challenge of Trump's ridiculous executive order on Section 230. Daily Deal, the complete MATLAB programming bundle. USA Today publishes yet another bogus oath against 230, completely misrepresents the law. Consumer groups say the FCC just blew $9 billion to deliver broadband to already served rich people. Funniest, most insightful comments of the week at Tech Dirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Little Mix. Reboot a friend. Champions League draw. Derek Henry. New Zealand COVID. Julian Assange. Matthew Stafford. Cole Beasley. Solar winds. Weather forecast. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Trump announces AG Barr's resignation, effective by Christmas, as Biden's victory certified. Electoral College formally designates Joe Biden U.S. President-elect. As Electoral College votes Biden in, Michigan plays alternate black national anthem, but keeps out alternate electors. So much for Believe Women. New York Governor Cuomo says no truth to sexual assault claims against him, and media fall in line. Support, not sanctions. Turkey's Erdogan dismayed at U.S. punishing its NATO ally for purchasing S-400 system from Russia. Hillary Clinton proud to cast vote for Biden as elector while calling for Electoral College to be abolished. WHO chief should be investigated over genocide, complaint to the Hague's International Criminal Court says. The Netherlands is closing down, Dutch PM announces 5-week lockdown after spike in COVID infections. Michigan Republican loses committee positions after promising Electoral College disruption, possible violence. Jill Biden turns hysteria over DR, title into call to prevent world's daughters from being diminished. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. What if central bankers' prayers are answered and inflation surges? The major corporate solvency crisis. Data shows fears of overwhelmed medical system overblown, ample hospital capacity nationwide. Disbarred, Trump says Attorney General out by Christmas. One little problem with the all-electric auto fleet, what do we do with all the waste gasoline? Miners missing after roof collapse at Louisiana salt mine. Man with bullhorn takes stand against Newsom's lockdowns in California Costco. Larry Ellison is latest billionaire to flee California, moves to Hawaii. Time to heal, Part 1, the truth has been subjugated. America's V-Day sparks safe haven, protection buying a stock sell the news. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Donald Trump announces Bill Barr leaving administration December 23. Raphael Warnock praised Nation of Islam in 2013, its voice has been important in black theology. Dow swings to loss in 450-point reversal on lockdown fears. Leaked database claimed to reveal Chinese communist and global corporations. Graphic exclusive photos, Mexican cartel severs hands of 3 thieves. Nolte, DR, Jill Biden makes it okay to attack the media again. Open Voters lobby urges Joe Biden to quickly grant executive amnesty. James Corden blasted for playing gay character in Netflix's The Prom. Illegal alien charged with murdering Florida woman on Thanksgiving. Marvel Comics reveals Guardians of the Galaxy hero Star-Lord is bisexual. The next headlines are from UTC.mp4 News. Friends switch lottery retailers after 40 years, win big. Watch, Florida woman finds raccoon in her Christmas tree. Porch pirate steals bait box filled with cat poop. Watch, deer rescued from batting cage in New York State. Watch, Florida man retrieves golf ball that landed on alligator's tail. Woman receives birthday card mailed by her late mother in 2015. Watch, Boy Scouts create COVID-19 hug booth for Texas nursing home. Watch, Pennsylvania waitress gets $5,000 tip from customers. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Lift the holiday spirits of lonely strangers who'd love a message this year, join the letter writing campaign. Team from Wildfire Hit Town wins $250 K scholarship for awesome explanation of quantum tunneling. Slimming and healthful, benefits of new green Mediterranean diet revealed in study. World's third largest grocery chain eliminates 20 million single-use plastic wrappings from Christmas goodies. Tiny pygmy possums discovered on Kangaroo Island after fears bushfires had wiped them out. This is how close we are to eliminating malaria. 7.6 million deaths averted in 20 years, thanks to generous nations. Toronto's oldest tree will no longer be cut down thanks to last-minute decision by City Council. Walking through the doorway of change, how to thrive through uncertainty. Family finds 15th century gold coins while pulling weeds in the garden. 6,000 have dug up treasures during lockdown. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, December 14th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Hampshire doctor claims Martian soil is his own. COVID-19 coronavirus, Santa Claus infects dozens at Belgium aged care home, NZ Herald. San Francisco grandma flips table to defend business after customer hurls hand sanitizer jugs at staff. These ladies love natural gas, too bad they aren't real. Florida puppy saved from alligator's jaws gets job as deputy dog to teach kids about safety. Gunner, the 4-month-old puppy, will help Florida's Lee County Sheriff's Office teach kids about alligator safety, school bus safety, and more. NYPD, man with cocaine stash and butt went on wild rampage, assaulting cop, nurse. Peter Lavick, lawyer loses fight to keep offensive number plate on Lamborghini. Murrieta Cock delivers pizza after arresting delivery driver. Ukraine seeks World Heritage status for Chernobyl zone. Woman returns $3,000 engagement ring because it's too cheap. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Review, specialized Turbo Vado SL is so light, you'll almost forget it's in a bike. CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 tanks studio share price nearly 50%. The risks of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine for patients with a history of severe allergies. New AI Scrabble mod only allows words that don't exist. You don't have to be a born tech leader. This world-class leadership training can help make you one. 10 charging cables for your Android or iPhone on sale for 24 hours. Do you still need a vaccine if you've already had COVID-19? No patch can fix Cyberpunk 2077. Google services are down right now. Update, they're back. Second-hand apps are selling fast in the UK right now, and that's a good thing. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Animals are back at Gorongosa National Park after civil war, but the savannah community doesn't quite look like how it used to. What happens when rain falls on desert soils? An updated model provides answers. Irrelevant information interferes with making decisions. Benefits of renewable energy vary from place to place. Mystery solved with math. Cytoplasmic traffic jam disrupts sleep-wake cycles. One's trash, another's treasure. Fertilizer made from urine could enable space agriculture. The power of validation in helping people stay positive. Chance played a major role in keeping Earth fit for life. Create a realistic VR experience using a normal 360-degree camera. Photosensitive carbon nanoparticles investigated. The next headlines are from Information Week. Predictions for AI in 2021. Data governance is broken. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, December 14th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards contract for project and engineering support services. NASA, ESA choose astronauts for SpaceX Crew 3 mission to space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Lawsuit seeks to force Salt Lake City School District to return to in-person classes. Trump says Barr is resigning and will leave before Christmas. Bagley cartoon, loyalty oath. Larry Kristkowiak Mark Madsen friendship has endured as Utah Valley Hoops set to meet. Would Utah football opt out of a bowl game? Coach Kyle Whittingham says it's up to his players. LDS Church congratulates Joe Biden in message that comes weeks later than in previous presidential races. Dixie State University trustees recommend removing Dixie from school's name. Bio accepts invitation to play Central Florida in the Boca Raton Bowl. The first doses of COVID-19 vaccine have arrived in Utah, and here's who will get them. Here's our list of at least 92 Utah schools that have had a COVID-19 outbreak or closed as a precaution. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Apple launches new App Store privacy labels so you can see how iOS apps use your data. Here's the 5G glossary every American is apparently going to need. AOS set to pay $1.2 billion for Codemasters and its stable of racing games. Vista acquires IT education platform Pluralsight for $3.5 billion. Suspected Russian hackers breach Department of Homeland Security. Amazon Zoox unveils Robotaxi for future ride-hailing service. FTC launches sweeping privacy study of top tech platforms. Amazon launches live translation mode for Alexa. Cyberpunk 2077 players are fixing parts of the game before CD Projekt. Google delays return to office and eyes flexible work week. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. We can finally start going on the offensive. Task force leaders on arrival of COVID vaccine. Missouri House to investigate sex abuse claims against lawmaker. Biden clears 270 vote mark as electors affirm his victory. St. Louis cold case investigators looking for new tips in old crimes. 23-year-old identified as St. Louis County murder victim. What you need to know as COVID-19 vaccines become available. U.S. COVID-19 deaths top 300,000 just as vaccinations begin. Missouri COVID update, state approaching 350,000 total cases. Kirkwood Walmart robbery suspect shoots accomplice before police chase. Illinois receives first shipment of COVID-19 vaccine, 2 Metro East counties to get shipment soon. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Attorney General Bill Barr resigning, Trump says. State subpoenas Amazon over worker safety in pandemic. Biden clears 270 electoral college vote mark. Officer badly injured after being dragged by fleeing SUV. Fire destroys barn, 2 other buildings in East County. Man pleads not guilty in series of gang-related murders. Health workers in LA become first people to get COVID-19 vaccine in California. UCSD researchers discover clue in fight against neurodegenerative diseases. Woman suspected of DUI and deadly motorcycle crash. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidons conducts snow flight ops in Japan. U.S. Air Force says first space test fundamentals course begins in January. Freezing rain could cause big problems for Ukrainian Air Force. Leaked photo of Russian high-powered laser weapon hit the internet. Ukrainian Army receives 40 Kozak-2 light armored vehicles. Saudi Arabia receives final F-15C advanced fighter aircraft. South Korean light armed helicopter cleared for active combat. U.S. Army to begin testing light tank prototypes. U.S. Army paratroopers conducts airborne training in extremely cold, austere environment. Saab secures $248 million contract for integrated ground-based air defense solution for Sweden. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Concert in the Clouds, a Chinese tribute to Beethoven. 3 years of silence, Rahul Dutt named honorary professor. Wu Zixin, the most controversial woman in Chinese history. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, December 14th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Death row inmate found dead at San Quentin prison. The Christmas star will form this week, here's how to watch. Attorney General Barr resigning, Trump says. Quarantine period shortened in Santa Clara County. Senior living company offering $1.10 employee COVID-19 vaccine incentive program. Breaking the Zodiac killer's code. U.S. COVID-19 deaths top 300,000 just as vaccinations begin. Forced coronavirus vaccines given in CA. Live today, Biden addresses the nation. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Despite speculation, Darnold believes future still with Jets. Eagles continue to thrive with backup quarterbacks. Cowboys look to build on Cincy win, finish rough year strong. Gruden, Gunter fired because Raiders D needed new voice. Vikings Muskews have them on outside of playoffs, again. With social distancing in place, Northwest suburban candidate filing begins for April 2021 elections. Ravinia Festival mourns loss of longtime producer. Illinois electors choose Biden as president, 20-0. Better, celebrated Chicago journalist Jeannie Morris dies. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Report, high-speed rail could be the future of Washington travel. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Azerbaijan, Bulgaria, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Moldova, Romania, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Canada, Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Australia. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Israel, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 10 km, in Svalbard and Jan Mayen December 14, 2020, 1935 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Red alert for tropical cyclone Yesa 20, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.655 million. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, December 14th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. The IC must move forward, not go back. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Scammers already trying to cash in on COVID-19 vaccine, Better Business Bureau says. Holidays in Houston include handmade tamales at the original Alamo Tamales. GOP Rep Paul Mitchell becoming an independent over party's response to 2020 election. Watch will hive the shot, race for the vaccine town hall with Dr. Jen Ashton. Trump says Attorney General William Barr resigning, will leave before Christmas. HPD investigating shooting involving Pasadena police officer. COVID-19 vaccine poll, will you get it? What do you think about possible side effects? MD Anderson receives first batch of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. Texas HS football player suspended from future games after ref attack. J.J. Watt brutally honest after Texans embarrassed by Bears. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Taylor's transformation could help Colts make stretch run. Ryan's interceptions create area of concern for Falcons. Bears look to stay in contention after ending 6-game slide. NFC North champ Packers next task, securing NFC's top seed. Big road win gets Arizona's playoff hopes back on track. Why Trump's latest electoral college ploy is doomed to fail. Trump eases rules for religious social service providers. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Cuomo denies allegations of sexual harassment from former aide. Extra, White House security officer reportedly loses leg and foot to COVID. A rare surviving certificate for New York City's volunteer firefighters in 1753. Restaurants brace for a brutal winter as indoor dining pauses in NYC again. Women running for city council challenge the opposition to ranked choice voting. Cuomo and de Blasio warn New Yorkers to prepare for full shutdown amid fears of overrun hospitals. Schools update. De Blasio says more NYC public schools will be going 5 days a week. SNL recap. Host Timothée Chalamet loves Christmas in NYC, Tiny Horses and Pete Davidson. Coronavirus updates. 5 NYC hospitals set to receive vaccine today. Early edition. Apple TV was making a show about Gawker until Tim Cook killed it. The next headlines are from Observer.com. David Hockney's latest New Yorker cover is getting a decidedly mixed reception. In Berlin, a streaming Lohengrin evokes doubt and terror. Princess Eugenie already moved out to Frogmore Cottage. Jamie Dornan says drinking Emily Blunt's acting juice felt almost like a heart attack. The 7 best indie movies of 2020. Stephen King, Dan Rather and other writers grieve the loss of John Le Carre. COVID-19 vaccine begins rollout, with significant challenges, controversies ahead. The TV shows people streamed the most in 2020. Prince Harry and Meghan already sent Prince William and Kate Christmas gifts. This is YM Review. Differences simmer in a father-son kitchen drama. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, 22 kilometers south by southeast of Ursus, Turkey. Light earthquake 4.9 mag, 25 kilometers east of Nina, Nevada. Minor earthquake 3.62 mag, 8 kilometers east of Lima, Montana. Light earthquake, M4.5 quake has struck near Sagres in Portugal. Minor earthquake, M3.5 quake has struck near Chignik in Alaska. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag has occurred near Hihifo in Tonga. Minor earthquake, M3.4 quake has struck near Rakuten in Alaska. Light earthquake 4.5 mag, Mariana Islands region. Moderate earthquake, 5.8 mag has occurred near Norwegian Sea. Light earthquake, 4.23 mag was detected near Waimea in Hawaii. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Discriminatory laws still holding women back in the Middle East. Safe drinking water should mean safe collection too. How to reduce the risks. R&D expenditure, how to raise it and why. Africa readying for free trade, come January 2021. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Crucial logs missing from some Michigan Dominion voting machines, forensics report. Vaccinated Israelis to get green passport allowing them to attend events, eat at restaurants. Bill Gates says presidential transition is complicating U.S. efforts to distribute vaccine. Ron Paul, this worries me much more than COVID. Hunter Biden subpoenaed over Burisma, 24 other entities as part of 4 investigations. Jack Dorsey, the Central Intelligence Agency and Twitter censorship in the age of COVID-19. NHS commercial terrifies children by showing Santa dying of COVID. New documents show how the British government secretly created regime change protests in Lebanon. The disturbing link between police body cams, public surveillance and fusion centers. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Georgia to audit one county's signatures on ballot envelopes. Did Nevada GOP electors vote for Trump? Trump says Barr resigning, will leave before Christmas. Did a viral video really show Coke and Mentos causing a bathroom explosion? Did Amazon announce a major game changer for holiday shopping? Is this whimsical cottage in Poland real? Teacher fills hallway with balloons to give students a lesson on happiness? Did a reality TV show see 15 men compete to impregnate a woman? Did Alex Jones say Biden would be removed from office one way or another? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Trump says Bill Barr is stepping down, just as Biden makes win official. Electoral College confirms reality, Trump is a loser. WSJ's Jill Biden op-ed is just the cherry on a SHT Sunday. Doomed MAGA faithful pivot to apocalypse prep as Trump loss gets locked in. Medic outed by NY Post for OnlyFans account is deluged with donations. Newsmax anchor finally bursts the bubble, utters the words President-elect Joe Biden. Obama mocks his tan suit scandal with juice and marrow. U.S. sanctions Iranian intel officers for kidnapping ex-FBI men who died in their custody. Kilma aide confronts Stephen Miller on Trump lawsuits. Do you have the worst legal team? There are lots of great sex toys, these are the best. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Long Island Jewish schools website hacked with Nazi images, slurs. Cowboys have already decided Mike McCarthy's fate. Princeton student, Ivy League made me a social climbing weasel. Kyrie Irving breaks his silence with Pawn's explanation. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Cosmic ingredients, how the universe forges elements. Is the multiverse theory science fiction or science fact? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Contents of capsule brought back from asteroid revealed. Biggest snowstorm in years set to target Northeast. SpaceX launches satellite for Sirius XM. SpaceX launches Sirius XM satellite aboard Falcon 9 rocket. Mass coronavirus vaccine distribution plan underway. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. NYC UFO sightings in 2020 are up 283% from 2018. George Bush Sr. took UFO secrets to the grave because Americans couldn't handle the truth, lobbyist claims. Who has the right stuff to be a private astronaut? Google Earth frenzy, a 60 FT disk exposed by melting at Arctic ice. Scientists take baby steps toward extraterrestrial babies. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. UK to let sexually active gay and bisexual men donate blood in landmark change. Santa may have delivered COVID to a nursing home. Trump announces that AG Barr is resigning just before Christmas. Same-sex consensual relations still illegal in 69 countries, report. New York City Housing Authority once again tops public advocate's worst landlord list. De Blasio gets mention. It's a shot of hope, De Blasio says at NYCC's first doses of COVID vaccine. Outdoor dining in NYC gets the cold shoulder as Northeast braces for snowstorm. Electoral College certifies Biden's election victory as pressure mounts on Trump to concede. Pornhub deletes more than two-thirds of its content after being dropped by MasterCard, Visa. Watch Live, President-elect Joe Biden speaks on the Electoral College vote certification. The following headlines are from military.com. Army cancels 3rd Cavalry's rotation to NTC in response to Fort Hood review. National Guard now helping with COVID-19 vaccine distribution in 26 states. Missile drill momentarily triggers false air attack alarm at Ramstein Air Base. After stumble, Army to restart design competition for Bradley replacement. Army suspends battalion commander, Sergeant Major in Korea amid racism allegations. Marines' new amphibious combat vehicles set to begin for raid production. Was your military pay delayed? Here's what happened. Service set for Medal of Honor recipient killed by COVID-19. Army in Europe in search of new mantra that includes Africa mission. Trump threatens to veto defense bill, this time over China. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Illinois and Chicago receive first shipments of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Following Jill Biden essay, Northwestern University distances itself from former lecturer Joseph Epstein, calls his views on her use of the R title misogynistic. Corrections and clarifications. Illinois delivers its 20 Electoral College votes to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in a meeting rooted in historical traditions. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, Chicago and other areas of state receive first shipments of Pfizer vaccine as officials report 7,214 new COVID-19 cases and 103 additional deaths. Illinois has its first COVID-19 vaccines. Here's everything you need to know. Parking lots, churches, pharmacies among places suburban Cook County residents will be able to receive COVID-19 vaccine. Dimo's Pizza offers Queen's Gambit special, how Chicago restaurants are adapting to drive back in. Stimulus update, federal pandemic relief set to expire, but there's still COVID-19 aid available in Illinois. Here's how to get help. Watch Live, Governor J.B. Pritzker gives a COVID-19 update. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Windows of opportunity crucial for cutting Chesapeake nutrient, sediment loads. After a civil war, Gorongosa National Park savanna doesn't quite look the same. Ancient DNA continues to rewrite corn's 9,000-year society shaping history. Critical temperature for tropical tree lifespan revealed. Mapping corals from the Sky Guides reef conservation. America's crop cousins are numerous, imperiled, and more needed than ever. Global warming is faster than evolution. High brightness source of coherent light spanning from the UV to THZ. Why do some birds lose flight more readily than others? Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, December 14th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The mind and body benefits of yoga that are backed by science. Solar panel waste, the dark side of clean energy. Fine particle pollution kills, and it's on the rise. How the infrared system tied together an empire and facilitated its fall. Betelgeuse, the supernova that wasn't. The curve appears to be flattening on CO2 emissions. What does that mean? Physicists detect the spooky popcorn of the universe. Page-turning science books, the first female physicians, breaking drug taboos, and a look inside crime labs. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Texas outside linebacker Javian Gibson becomes fourth player to decommit from WSU Cougars. Let doctors and patients choose the right HIV treatment. Hold employers to racial equity commitment. Interest is lively at deadline for Obamacare sign-ups. As Electoral College formalizes Biden's win, Trump backers hold their own vote. In quiet, fast vote, Oregon gave Biden its 7 electoral votes. Mother of 15-year-old killed by Oklahoma police plans to sue. Orphanage investigation finds no crimes, but abuse occurred. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Man leaving East Bay jail suspected of taking jail's golf cart as exit vehicle. The latest, Hawaii is last state to cast electoral votes. A Bay Area man allegedly reached out to Texas cop posing as teen and offered to be her pimp. Within weeks, he arranged to bring her to CA, feds say. 49ers Deebo Samuel done in by hamstring injury, inability to get in football shape. Coronavirus, Google delays office return, eyes permanent change to part remote. James Wiseman, Draymond Green practice for first time since positive coronavirus tests. My AP Top 25 basketball ballot, Gonzaga is number 1, again. East Palo Alto Council candidate loses out, accuses closest opponent of electioneering. San Jose State's Brennan sidesteps Arizona vacancy question while prepping for Mountain West title game. Trump says AG William Barr is out. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. County sheriff sued over COVID-19 outbreak at Colorado jail. Explainer, what to know about COVID-19 vaccination in the U.S. Iowa to return $21 million in virus aid used for IT project. Judge frees Maryland's longest service female prisoner. Judge won't let border wall case defendant move trial. Explosion and fire at Waterloo school bus garage injures 4. Missouri House to investigate abuse claims against lawmaker. U.S. Supreme Court sides with New Mexico in Pecos River fight. America's Cup warm-up races waiting for wind off upland. The next headlines are from The Intercept. After George Floyd, carbon capture tech tiptoes into racial justice. Indigenous groups push insurers to abandon fossil fuel projects. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, December 14th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Moffitt program bringing patients, scientists together infuses new meaning into research. How can we make sure people get the second COVID-19 vaccine dose? Drugs create balancing act for patients with non-small cell lung cancer. What makes peppers blush? Invasive harlequin ladybird causes severe decline of spotted ladybird, new study shows. Novel genomic tools increase the accuracy of breast cancer risk assessment. Marine pollution, how do plastic additives dilute in water and how risky are they? Robotic exoskeleton training improves walking in adolescents with acquired brain injury. Exploring the relationship between nitrogen and carbon dioxide in greenhouse gas emissions. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Coronavirus vaccine arrives in Illinois. First local inoculation will be Tuesday at Loretto Hospital. Live updates. Lightfoot accused of trying to water down pivotal criminal justice reform. Film study, analyzing Bears QB Mitch Trubisky's best throws. Barr resigns, will leave Justice Department before Christmas, Trump. Sia backs up FKA Twigs, says she was emotionally hurt by Sheila Booth. Worker crushed to death by airplane equipment at O'Hare Airport. Joe Biden will say after Electoral College votes, in this battle for the soul of America, democracy prevailed. Man found dead after Edgewater fire. CPS hiring 2,000 new workers, no Chicago residency required, to help reopen schools. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. St. Louis and Stuttgart circuses combine for Sister Cities video. S3 and Alexander's Berlanden's clothing brand is taking off in St. Louis. Hartman, the disgraceful duplicity of Eric Schmidt. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Michigan's U.S. Rep Mitchell quits Republican Party over baseless election fraud claims. Electoral College casts Michigan's 16 votes for Biden, making his victory official in the state. Curbside cannabis pickup could stick around in Michigan even after pandemic subsides. GOP leader Chatfield says states' Electoral College must vote for Biden or we would lose our country forever. Dear Amazon, before you bulldoze more than 80 years of Detroit music history, please read this. Michigan GOP lawmaker disciplined after warning of ominous historic event as Electoral College cast votes. Michigan Capitol closed Monday due to credible threats of violence during Electoral College vote. Motown legend Smokey Robinson wildly mispronounces Hanukkah in cameo video. Looks like Detroit's TCF Center is being renamed again. Alice Cooper covered Detroit band Outrageous Cherry's deceptively sunny Our Love Will Change the World. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, December 14th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Rocket's biggest off-season acquisition, enthusiasm. Where to pre-order holiday takeout in Houston this Christmas Eve and day. TCH's Peter Hotez throws some shade on anti-vaxxers. 12 days of favorite Houston food and drink experiences in 2020, Part 4, beer. Best Houston music releases of 2020. The 50 best music videos of 2020. You probably missed Part 1, 5041. This week in Houston food events, seafood lunches and sushi tastings. 2020 video games of the year. Houston Ballet replaces the Nutcracker with Nutcracker Sweets in the year of COVID. NFL Week 14 debacle, Bears 36, Texans 7, 4 winners, 4 losers. The next headlines are about world records making news. From the archives, 1927, Bill Ponsford scores world record 437 for Victoria, the age. States coronavirus deaths rise by 137, total toll passes 20,000 residents, cases up 8,452, WFLX. Kolesnikov rattles own 100 back world record with 48.63 to open Russian champs, swim swam. Gingerbread record holder bakes huge village despite COVID challenges, New York Post. Zach Bitter struggles, Nick Corey takes win at Desert Solstice 24-hour run, Canadian Running Magazine. Ugandan Cheptegei and Ethiopian Jide world records ratified, Isle. Simone Williams breaks Guinness World Record for largest afro, CNN. Kerry family smash 4-mile-long world records in aid of goal, Buzz. EE Times, Sambanova emerges from stealth with record-breaking AI system, EE Times. The week that was, Kaylee McKeon joins Smith in sub 58 100 back club, Swimming World Magazine. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. FTC orders Amazon, YouTube, Discord, and 6 more to explain what the hell they're doing with your data. Nervous about COVID-19 vaccines? Here's how scientists are feeling. Dating is bad enough without adding wearables to the mix. This working Marauders map built using AR and GPS brings magic to our world. Facebook finally brings its collab app to the public. Cyberpunk 2077 is best played in the cloud. The 10 best deals of December 14th, 2020. Fitness Plus, a new raw format and more just launched with iOS 14.3. The Expanse Season 5 is about going your own way to confront the past. The majority of wild edible plants in the US are endangered. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Big Bend in Swaziland at 105.98 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Verkhoy and Skich in Russia at minus 63.4 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 53 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. FTC kicks off sweeping privacy probe of 9 major social media firms. SpaceX won rural FCC funding in surprising places, like major airports. 18,000 organizations downloaded backdoor planted by Cozy Bear hackers. COVID-19 vaccine rollout starts in the US. Get your first look at a OnePlus 9 prototype. Millions of videos purged from Pornhub amid crackdown on user content. Amid massive bugs, CDPR offers refunds for Cyberpunk 2077 on consoles. Virgin Galactic stock price drops following failed spaceflight attempt. The Ars Technica Ultimate Holiday Gift Guide 2020. The following headlines are from Raw Story. It never had to be like this. 300,000 dead in U.S. from COVID-19 under Donald J. Trump. Bill Barr's sudden departure is a mystery wrapped inside a riddle. CNN's Jake Tapper. If one political party wants to defeat itself, knock yourself out, ex-CIA Chief of Staff tells Republicans. GOP Senate whip admits Biden won, and Trump's effort to overturn the election are not going anywhere. Trump announces AG Bill Barr is leaving Department of Justice on December 23. Nicole Wallace says Republicans aren't denouncing violence in Washington because they're complicit in it. GOP Congressman pens blistering letter explaining why he's leaving the Republican Party. The actual scandalous headline is Medics Need 2 Jobs to Survive. AOC defends paramedic outed by NY Post. Right-wing violence by Trump supporters likened to Nazi brown shirts by the Lincoln Project Steve Schmidt. Trump's new scheme is to sabotage the election in Congress after losing the Electoral College, CNN's Jim Acosta. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Joe Biden just won the 2020 election, again. A holiday email accidentally sent to the wrong recipient turns up a surprise gift. Lunchtime photo. Illegal assault on democracy is clearly unethical, but the lawyers will probably get away with it. Moderna vaccine close to FDA approval. COVID relief bill is hanging on by its fingernails. Exclusive, read Elizabeth Warren's scathing report on corrupt prison audits. No, Democrats didn't question the legitimacy of the 2016 election. Watch as the first vaccine shots are administered in the U.S. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 13th update. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Are we alone in the universe? UAH News. To the moon and back, Chinese R&D is leaving the U.S. behind, Financial Times. The Avalanches released their highly anticipated third album, New Hampshire Public Radio. Arecibo and the global divide around funding science infrastructure, The Wire Science. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Canada Research Chair TRAI, Complex Neural System Modeling in Calgary, AB for University of Calgary, Physics. We're here to see the great doomed thing, outside. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. The promise of using cell cultures to fight SARS-CoV-2, technology networks. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, December 14th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO's most important problem facing the United Nations, believes UN Secretary General UFO Chronicle 1967. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, December 14th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.